It happens that you clash in a fight, right? So you've clashed, you're stuck, and that's it. And what do? You don't know what to do in that situation anymore. There are some very simple drills that are practiced in the first round. That is, the strike is broken down into 3 components, and you try to deflect each part. In this case, if such a clash suddenly happens, it doesn't mean that a strike cannot be made. You can shift your body slightly, you can shift your body here, and then as a continuation of the body's movement, strike along one of the lines. In this case, if I need to, I can execute any strike, whether from below or from the side. And I do all of this while staying in place. In this case, your legs are only needed as supports that you constantly reposition. Therefore, the first distance you practice is short, close range. To test it, just extend your arm so that you have this distance to simulate, if necessary, leaning into your opponent and then repelling them with short strikes right here so that you have an analogy from a live person to the bag, so you understand where you can extend the movement, how you can lean into it, how to modernize it so that the strike still lands. Therefore, you can literally keep one hand resting on the bag to really feel and understand this specific mechanism. Notice exactly where I rotate my hips, how I lean my weight into the bag, and most importantly, how I tilt my entire body to take full advantage of the momentum. It is all about the angles. So, you have a straight punch, a hook, and an uppercut as your primary directions, you see? By keeping that hand there, you can track the subtle shifts in your alignment and ensure you are generating power from the ground up with every single strike you throw. Here, everything changes for you. It will depend more on the positioning of your body than on how you lead the punch or how you execute it. Do you understand? If you just push with your hand, that won't be a punch. But if you know how to accelerate, how to shift your shoulders, how to engage your hips and the directions that come from your legs, the power of your legs, where you push off, where you twist, therefore you don't need to take steps here. Here you can even just shuffle around a bit to get your movement going. You can, change your position once, see how he's pressuring. Remember how your opponent was pressuring you? A short punch? Like the direction of a straight, from the side, from below. Look, Valeria, you got the best part here because your movements, they are all rotational. And to guess correctly, meaning, the opponent is no longer in front of you, but you are already to the side. So that from here, you can effectively lead the entire movement. And from this position, you can carefully choose the power behind all of your rotations, your turns, and so on and so forth. And then slowly, you can begin to incorporate the rotation of your shoulders to really guide and lead the punch forward. It is all about that connection, so focus on the timing. 1. Picked it up from below. 1, 1, 1, 1. Just make sure to keep your hands up in time. You need any angle, but you can't achieve it without these things. Come on, Lesha. You're doing it very strongly, very strongly. Let's do it one more time, give it a try. There. That is very good. You're rotating well, well done. There. It is going to be okay. I know you have been through so much lately, and it is completely understandable to feel this way. Just take a deep breath and try to relax, because you are safe now. That was truly well done, really well done indeed. Just breathe there, breathe. So, medium combat distance. Well, just so you understand how it, happens in a fight. That is, it's when you're at direct range, meaning you don't need to take any steps. You can reach him with your hands. So it's just clear that you can reach him with your hands from everywhere. That's why boys fight at this distance most often. So if the first distance is where you're mainly grappling, where you might be fighting for a favorable position with your body, rolling over, exposing yourself somewhere, or conversely breaking their posture, preventing your opponent from striking you, then at medium distance, you're mainly fighting. So how is your medium distance determined, like on a heavy bag? Extend your arm and don't lean on the bag. That right there is your comfortable medium distance. As a rule, all strikes work at this distance. That is a straight punch until the elbow is fully extended. The only thing, I'll repeat it again, in your case, especially, well, for guys who have recently started hitting bags, leave a degree, 10 degrees, so that your arm is still, well, slightly bent, so that you absorb some of the inertia, so that, well, you don't smash your hands. Boxers who are more experienced already extend their arm fully, so that it lands precisely, like stabbing with a dagger. And for these punches, the body also works, but in a slightly different way. Here, 100% of your body weight transfer is involved. That is, your entire mass is already being accelerated from one leg to the other. Otherwise, you simply won't hit hard. Therefore, just as you were doing everything with your body here, powerful rotation is now engaged. This is your only strength that, well, will help you land any punch. Whether it's a straight punch, a hook, or an uppercut, in any case, you will be rotating. So, you really need to use this leverage to generate your power. Right now, you might not have the ability to push off and direct something directly, but you do have the ability by shifting your body weight from one leg to the other, that is, rocking back and forth, to rotate it quite powerfully. It is all about finding that rhythm and using your weight to your advantage, powerfully. And at this specific distance, please try, if you are currently holding the device, to lean in just a little bit. Move up, move down, or even from below. If you find that you need to step in a little closer to get a better angle, please go ahead and do it, because it is really important that you take the time to carefully calibrate the movement for the best results. There's no point in doing it if you can't reach with an uppercut. Well, there's no point in throwing it here. Step in a little, just a little. And follow through with your body. Follow through with the body movement. So medium punch, straight hook, uppercut. You push away with one, connect with the second, constantly shuffling your feet and constantly turning. Need to go lower from the side. One, caught up. So that it's more interesting for you. Don't just hammer away at one single pattern. Once you've launched them, everything has changed. Throw a straight left. A straight left, straight left. Now look, you're doing everything right. The only thing is, don't pull it in right away. Meaning right away like this, you need to explode right here. And move forward. Really push right into him. Let it straighten out. Don't telegraph it at all. Just do it right away. Polish this moment more so that you have a fast punch. Knock it back and catch it with your right. With the right, knocked it back, caught it with the right. Give it another left so you don't have to touch the bag. And give it another left. There. Don't touch the bag with your hands. You need to stop it with your punches. Make it hang right in front of you. There. You're hitting it on the counter. Well done. Left again, make the left harder. The third round is the hardest round, of course. Yes, this is what you should have started with in the first round, yes. When, by and large, you just need to survive, God willing. This is where you need your legs. Now, while your body is already exhausted, you still have those moments in your memory that strengthen your punch. Mid-range and close range. Now you need to approach it smartly and use that energy again. That is, you can even amplify it quite a bit, and your footwork should really enhance both the rotation and, well, let's say, a certain leaning into the bag. It is all about finding that perfect balance, ensuring your movement supports the overall momentum. You need to learn how to work effectively from short, medium, and long range. Long range is defined as the distance where you take just one single step, and you are already closing in at medium range. Then, with just one more deliberate step, you are already right there at short range, ready to engage. If you take another step, that's already a clinch, that's already wrestling. So first step, 1, 2, 3. That is, don't do it in one step right now. Just approach slowly, because you already know the two distances. Your first strike, as a rule, is always a straight one because you accelerate very well here. You close the distance very well with both your left and right, and you adjust everything else to it. Understood? So, it turns out to be a small series with an approach. Long range, mid-range, close range. You can also choose to pull back from the bag, gradually moving away from it. Start by throwing short, quick strikes, then transition into mid-range combinations, and finally exit the pocket entirely, effectively disengaging from the fight. Or in this case, exiting the exercise. These kinds of simple drills help. They help very seriously in a fight, so use them. They are very simple but very, very effective. To understand in general how a punch travels, you need to understand it in a fight, how it travels. And as soon as you understand how it travels in a fight, you start transferring that to the equipment, to the heavy bag. That is, you are not just hitting, you're hitting from the perspective of being aware of all your movements, elements, approaches, and turns. There are a lot of things involved. And in one case it works this way, in another case it will work differently. And when defensive movements and striking movements start to combine, they are also all practiced.